One Piece. This is One Piece, chapter 1060, Luffy's Dream.
And 60.
Yeah, and 60. We open up with these little color spread. This is actually a redraw of an old color spread. I kind of remember this from when they had just up to Chopper, basically. It was just 6 of them when this color spread was originally drawn. But they've added Frankie, Robin, Jinbei, Brooke. You know, it's a very nice little reminiscent thing here. Very good job, Oda. He says the panda bear or the polar bear that has it, it says we stand for liberty. Hell yeah, dude. Revolutionary Oda over here. Respect it.
It's a fact.
Yeah. So we open up on the open seas of the New World. Luffy is now reacting to the news of Sabo, which, if you don't remember, Sabo is accused of killing King Cobra. So, not good. Not good all around. And Luffy is obviously pissed off because he knows Sabo would never do that. And Robin is the person who knows Sabo second best in this crew, seeing as how she was basically on their ship for so long. Yeah, Luffy's just kind of like flipping out, being reactionary as usual. He's just like, let's go to Alabasta right now.
Right. All the way back to the Grand Line.
Yeah, let's go all the way under the New World again and back,
to the Grand Rhine.
to the Grand Rhine. Yeah.
Grand Rhine.
Grand Rhine. So yeah, everybody on the crew is having various reactions to this. Zoro is, trying to have a thicker head about, a wiser head about things. Is just like, well, why the hell would we go? Like, Cobra's already dead. There's nothing to do in Alabasta. Why would we go back there? And Luffy's just like, well, let's just go back to Marijois then. And he's like, no, that's the Navy headquarters. Why would you want to go there right now?
I'm just casual shit. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Marijois?
Marijois? I was actually kind of surprised. I don't remember Karubo coming back onto the ship. Unless I'm bugging.
Yeah. He's at the port.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah. My bad. I thought he ran off to tell somebody something.
He was going to after he stows away.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't remember the detail, but I knew he was staying on the ship.
Yeah. No, this is definitely a me thing. I just definitely forgot how he got on that ship in the first place.
Disappointing.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, Luffy's out here calling Zoro pussy for not wanting to go to Marijois and fuck shit up for no reason. He's just like, you scared, Zoro? And Sanji's obviously freaking out about Vivi and how she feels right now. Chopper is like kind of mourning the loss of Cobra because he was so nice to them, even though he was a king. Nami's worried. Nami's obviously worried about Vivi. The people who didn't go to Alabasta, Jinbei, Frankie, Brooke, they're just kind of like reacting to this. Who's like, whoa, this shit is crazy. And they're freaking out. And at that point, that's when Zoro's just like, hey, you remember, what did you say when this happened to Ace? When something like this happened to Ace? And Luffy remembered, is like, Ace has his own adventure.
Oh my god, his face, yeah. Well, that is what I said.
Yeah, and he's like, until he was in undeniable danger, you let Ace live his own life. And he's like, we should let Vivi do the same. You think she can't fucking figure it out? She's strong. When the time comes, we'll act. But right now, there's nothing to do. We have nowhere to go, really, with this. We have no objective to go for. No clear bad guy yet. So he's basically on the fence of just waiting by and seeing more information pop up. And if it gets really out of hand, they'll step in. There's this moment where they all just like make fun of Zoro for being cruel and unusual.
Right.
And it's kind of
roasting his ass. Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing when Vivi first left the crew and Zoro was like, she wanted to stay. Why are you guys crying right now? And they were just like all calling him like names like this. Luffy called him 3-sword style. I remember that was so funny. He was like 3-sword style. Usopp was like, that's not an insult. He said four sword style.
Four swords down. That's a got it tight.
Yeah, but yeah, Robin is continuing to read the newspaper. Catching up on all the things that they missed while they were on Wano. They talk about the Cross Guild a little bit. Luffy knows that like Buggy was a fluke and that he ended up as a fucking Emperor of the Sea. And Robin's like, hey, you're getting connected to a lot of people here, a lot of dangerous people in the New World. Do you want to know about it? And Luffy's like, nah. If it's really important, tell me. But if it's not, it's whatever. And
I wonder who they're talking about there. The more names that are connected to him.
Yeah, I wonder.
Like Kobe?
Maybe Kobe. Yeah, actually, maybe Kobe.
Because Kobe got snatched up by Blackbeard.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't react to Kobe's news.
He probably doesn't know. Like Robin probably just got to that point, and then he was like, "I'm over the news." Which honestly,
right, I guess after hearing about Sabo.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which honestly, you can't absorb too much of too much bad news. It's bad for your mental health. I respect it. So yeah, Luffy just lays back and he's like, Sabo didn't do it. Sabo grew up in a home where he was controlled. He just wants everybody to be free.
Right.
And then we flash back to this moment where Luffy, Ace, and Sabo were all telling each other their dreams as a kid. And I actually it's funny because they repeated this moment in Wano where Luffy has this grander dream that would be accomplished if he became Pirate King. So, the Pirate King is just a means to an end to Luffy, which is very interesting because he yells out that he tells them that he swore an oath to the three of them, just like between him, Ace, and Sabo. And he says that I wanna, and then we cut away, and then we get individual shots of the Straw Hats all reacting to Luffy's ultimate dream at the end of all of this. Even the Sunny is like, whoa.
No, the Sunny itself, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, the Sunny, Zoro, Jinbei, they're just like, whoa, what? What is that? Brooke starts laughing. Usopp's like, whoa, there's no way, bro. He's negative. Frankie and Sanji just laugh off, just like, wow, that's crazy, dude. There's no way. Robin is surprised. And Chopper is just in admiration, little brother style. It's very cute.
Was this Sanji's debut One Piece laugh? Da ha ha ha.
Da ha ha ha. I don't know. I don't know, actually.
Frankie's blah.
I hope he sounds like a robot. Does he have anime? Does he have a robotic tint to his language, or
it's funny?
He just talks normal.
I think most of the Straw Hats don't have a unique laugh like that. Actually, they're the only ones in this universe that don't laugh weird.
Luffy and Brooke.
Brooke is the only one. Brooke has yo ho ho.
Luffy has she.
Oh, I see. Yeah, for the most part, I think the rest of the Straw Hats have kind of regular laughs. But in any case, they're all just like, come on, Luffy, there's no way that's possible. And Luffy's like, maybe when I'm king of the pirates, it will be. And Luffy's just like, whoa, wait, did I never tell you guys something like this before? And they're like, no, you didn't. He was like, well, I guess I did only tell those two and Shanks. And Robin asks, what did they say? And Luffy's just like, Shanks just laughed and had tears in his eyes.
Roger.
Mm-hmm. It's something that Roger said as well. That's definitely something.
Gold Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Was Gold Roger Joy Boy? No. But the same spirit.
Maybe. Joy Boy was.
They're saying the same shit.
Joy Boy was a person who previously had this devil fruit, from what I understand.
Oh, that's
Luffy's
the
devil
point.
fruit, the Nika fruit. Yeah.
Wow, Gold Roger was really just that thorough.
Yeah, he was just that nice. He walked through the fucking whole new world without a devil fruit and just became king of the pirates.
And had this spirit of joy. He didn't have no power, but he had the light.
Yeah.
Do sheer swag and confidence.
Yeah. And
that's actually true. That would be the best way to describe it.
Pure mustache power.
Swag and confidence.
But yeah, Luffy is
of the
Oh, say again, Josh. Oh,
He is of D.
yeah, he is of D.
Many will argue that he is the D.
Pause.
We're gonna need a pause on that.
You took it too far, Brian.
We're gonna need 30 cc's of pause. Anyway, Luffy lays back and he's like, and that's all at the end of my dream. And, everybody's like, wow, that's just like you, Luffy. They are all like having their various reactions to it. And Frankie's like, well, you need to be king of the pirates now for sure if you're going to make that come true. So, all we have to do is find the last poneglyph and we'll be able to set sail. But Robin is like, well, that last poneglyph is the one thing that nobody's been able to find. So, we got to get through that first. We have to find its whereabouts before anything. And then we cut over to Navy HQ, where, as we left off with them, they actually just intercepted a message from Sabo to the revolutionaries. He gave them a call, and they were able to trace his call. So now the Navy's listening in on this revolutionary phone call.
That's some Fed shit.
Oh my God, they got a wiretap. So, they're doing.
Whoa.
Yeah. So yeah, they're basically like, unlucky man. The elders are reacting like an unlucky man. He's like, no, it is simply destiny. And we cut over to the Kamabaka Kingdom. Dragon is listening in on Sabo as he's explaining what's going on here. Sabo tells them that he wasn't the one that assassinated Cobra, but when he was in Marijois, he saw something terrible. And as he's talking on this island known as Lulusia, which is one of the 8 countries that rebelled against the world government after Luffy defeated Kaido, the king and princess of that kingdom are locked up, by the way. So Sabo's hiding out on a revolutionary friendly island, I imagine. But clouds descend upon this island as he starts talking and like leaking that info. He starts talking about how on the empty throne in the Pangaea castle, and at that point we see Emu pull up and is like, communications cut off the transponder snail, as he crosses out the island of Lulusia. And Sabo starts to let out about the throne that's supposed to be forever empty because there's no king in the world actually has. And then the communication cuts out. And we see Emu tell the communications people that, listen to me, you did not detect anything today. You did not intercept anything. The kingdom of Lulusia, that country, never existed in the first place. As what looks like just beams of light descend upon Lulusia and fucking eliminated from the face of the goddamn earth. Oh my God.
It is just ocean now.
Yeah, it is just ocean. Sabo is once again in questionable living situation right now.
Wow. Into the frying pan and into the fire, right?
Yeah.
Well, out the frying pan and into the fire.
Yeah.
That's the term.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Well, he is made of fire, so
yeah,
I guess that helps.
Yeah, my guess is he survives this. Barely, but
he flew away like Johnny Storm.
Yeah, like he went flame on and flew away.
Yeah, and got the fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
Wow, Lulusia. What kingdom? What?
Lulusia.
What's that?
It's a kingdom that showed up frequently in.
It doesn't exist.
It should no. It
That's
showed up.
The point.
It showed up frequently in cover pages, like cover page episodes.
Oh really?
Whatever.
Which one?
Yeah, like Ace had one.
Huh.
Sabo had one.
I didn't notice that actually.
What was going on in Lulusia?
There was like a princess or something. I don't know. I don't really recall like the exact story.
Well, in the recent story,
Ace was involved with it. So
yeah, in the recent story, Lulusia has recently liberated itself from its monarchy. It looks like so.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't remember anything about it beforehand. But I don't doubt it. It's Oda. We've definitely probably seen it before. But we then cut over to days later on the Thousand Sunny. The crew is battling basically a snowstorm in the middle of the seas, trying to just sail through this shit. Just regular chaotic, sailing on the New World type shit. Chopper has like one of the straw hats from Wano, the samurai straw hats, looking adorbs, and he's going out to help. As in the chaos, Luffy spots in the distance this enormous warm eddy, which is a massive warm water that got heated somewhere and is now being pushed upward. But this eddy is apparently so warm, it's managed to push its way completely above the sea level entirely, and it's literally just kind of like a hurricane of water looming towards the Straw Hats. Brooke says it looks like an afro. And
yeah, it does.
So Luffy looks closer and he sees that there's someone inside the water, and there's like, could it be a mermaid? And Sanji's like, it's true, I can hear a lady's screams. And Nami's like, inside the water? Honestly, I think it would be so funny that like Sanji's observation hockey is only for like he can only detect women.
Yeah, that's the theory. That's literally the theory, because the same shit happened in Wano where he heard. Remember how he fell?
Yeah,
into Black
you're
Maria's
right.
trap?
That's really funny.
His observation hockey is it's very woman centered.
That's pretty great. So
Yes.
Zoro cuts it open, and we see that like the winds get stronger. So Luffy and Chopper get blown away by the intense winds, and they come across the person that was inside of the eddy, and it turns out to be Jewelry Bonnie, one of the 11 supernovas, and she's in her child form. So pretty epic. That's where the chapter ends. Pretty big chapter, all things considered. A lot of stuff happened. 20 pages. Wow. It feels like the longest chapter we've had of One Piece in a while. But without further ado, let's get into thoughts. Josh, what did you think of One Piece chapter 1060?
I thought it was my RGC. That's the fuck I thought.
You're not alone. It is also my RGC. Brian, where do you stand? You must make a decision.
This is a really hard decision for me.
You must make a decision, child.
You can wait. I mean,
we'll talk about it, and then you can tell us how you feel.
Make some extra drops.
All right, go.
We'll talk about it. But Josh, get into your thoughts. Outside of the RGC.
So number one, I'm just gonna talk about it. We gotta have an open discussion. All right, this is okay. Straight up, that was Uranus.
That had to be, yeah.
Oh right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
It had to be, yeah.
That was Uranus.
Yeah.
But I had to say something about that. Yeah, was that a UFO or something?
Okay, so hey, it could be a couple of things. It could be one of three things. We are in the camp that it's pretty much Uranus. We'll never get through it. We'll never get through this. We're immature.
Dude, all these countries and kingdoms,
you know what?
Every time danger with Uranus floating above them.
Yeah.
Every time we say Uranus, I'm gonna let go of these. So Uranus. Okay, yeah, it could be Uranus for sure.
Uranus? No.
No,
Uranus.
I told you, every time we gotta make a Uranus joke, I'm dropping one of those. It could be. It could be
Uranus got done there.
It is
to the vast bowl of the ocean.
It could be Uranus. Another thing it could be is Eneru. That's what a lot of people think it is. It's Eneru coming down from the moon and having some part in this. It could be a mixture of both. It could be Eneru, while on the moon, finds Uranus up there.
let me tell you
drops
something.
heavenly lightning
No,
turds.
because they did this. This is the Buster Call, isn't it?
No, the
No, let
Buster
me-
Call is a collection of battleships that shoot recklessly into an island until it's destroyed.
Oh,
Yeah.
So real quick, anything that has to do with Eneru, disregard, please, because the One Piece community thought Eneru was gonna show up in Wano. Like
why?
they always think for some reason they are always like they're fiending for Eneru to show up at
Here's the
whatever
thing.
possible moment.
Here's the thing.
Fiending.
This is why I think this time it might be warranted. I didn't believe the Eneru and Wano bullshit to begin with, obviously, but this one I can see ish because he's in space. I feel like Oda doesn't waste anything. I feel like if Oda didn't show us that side story for no reason, I can't. I feel like people got it in their heads, and Oda, to be fair, has trained us to think so. That nothing in One Piece is wasted. Nothing in One Piece can be considered a one-off thing, really, and that everything counts. He's the Grant Morrison of manga, where every little bit, he considers every little bit of his story a part of the grander scale in some way or another, whether it's a small part or a big part. So I can see that maybe Eneru has something to do with this. It is just likely the government has control of, or Emu specifically has control of Uranus right now. And my anus.
She ain't got control of my anus.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just Emo has control of of Uranus, and it's that simple.
That's him.
It could be just that simple.
Yeah, you know, in there is gonna he's gonna for sure. He's popping up at some point in the story, and it could be this, it could be that. I thought that was the Buster Call.
Yeah, no, we've seen the
I think it's
Buster
the
Call.
new Buster Call.
It could be the new. It's probably
It sure is.
Yeah, it's no, because the Buster Call was very much established in Robin's flashback and in Ennie's lobby that they just send a shit, like so many ships. They don't even get close to the island. They just shoot from afar and just decimate the island in general.
Just blast.
Just blast away. And there's an admiral there to supervise, basically.
Yep, keeper. There's still more of the island left.
Nope.
Keep
Hey,
it going.
I think that's a little girl. Go kill her. Aokiji let her go, and that's Robin. But
oh yeah, Aokiji.
yeah,
This is certainly, even though it's huge and explosive, this is a more discreet version of a Buster Call compared to how they used to do it.
Sure.
Well, I feel like this is the Buster Call beyond the Buster Call, because like this was an extreme situation for them. Like Emu needed Sabo to shut up yesterday. You know what I mean? So he was like, "I'm gonna send Uranus over there to take care of it." So,
But now Dragon knows about Eam's existence, not who Eam is or whatever, but he knows that he exists.
I would say that maybe Dragon already knew, and he just like didn't have the proof in his head. Like he knew independently, or some kind of inkling of it, and Sabo just confirmed everything that he's like thinking that he saw or he's experienced or seen.
Please, more revolutionary shit. I want so much more from the revolutionaries. It's insane.
Yeah.
We've been starved from this group for so long. It's about damn time we get to see them more prevalent in the story.
It's about
Give me more revolutionaries.
Anyway, Josh, you need to finish your thoughts. We keep cutting in, but
No, that's fine. I really wanted to have a discussion about that. I know everyone else was going to talk about it anyway. Just get out the way. I don't really have too much other thoughts. I'm really interested in this new winter island. I don't think Elbath is explicitly cold.
I mean, if it's based on Vikings,
It is. It's a Viking place.
Norway's pretty cold.
Oh,
They deal with snow and all that stuff.
maybe.
Is Norway where what does the fox say came from?
I don't think so. I don't think the guy's from Norway.
Yeah. I have no idea what Luffy was talking about in his dream. Oda's obviously hiding it from us for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably so.
So
It's
I
probably
thought it was something simple as like something as simple as just I want everyone to have a party, the whole world to have a party and toast at the same time and laughing and happy, something like that. But I don't know. It's not something you need to hide from us. We kind of know how he feels about that. But I know it's not. It can't be something too complex because it's Luffy. It's something simple yet deep.
Yeah, I would think it's
So
something along the lines of just a freedom for folks in some capacity. I think in a deeper sense. I guess I'm like boiling it down for myself. But it's something along those lines because when you think about Ace and Sabo, he said this after he heard their dreams and knowing where they come from. Like the Ace and Sabo represent two sides of a spectrum in Luffy's life, where one is the son of the most infamous pirate ever, the other one is the son of nobles. And you know they're both like kind of restrained by their lineages in one way or another. So I think Luffy's dream is definitely the in creating a world where the people don't have to kind of like adhere uh to these restraints of their lives. So I think it's definitely based on that. But I don't know. I could also be wrong. I've been wrong a lot. um,
no, I bet it is.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be something too complex because he's hiding it.
Yeah.
It's maybe something. Maybe it's a point he wants to make through action instead of by simply telling us.
Yeah.
If only. I'll leave it at that.
All right. Brian, what were your thoughts?
All right. So, I'm sure from my little temper tantrum, you understand that I love the revolutionaries and
More.
want to know more about them. Yes, give me more of that.
More.
I really liked this was a really much needed Straw Hats chapter. It's been a while since we've had them just fucking around on the ship and kind of showing their personalities and how they all mesh together and stuff. It was just like it was something so endearing about having all their reactions be the way that they were.
Yeah.
Like all of them in their own like unique way, having their own reaction. It was so adorable. And even I feel like for some reason Nami's was the most like, oh, that's so sweet. Cause like I don't know, I just the way that this crew interacts, you could just tell that they're all like literally a family. Like they all care for each other. They all goof around and they're all just used to each other. It's just all natural. Like there's nothing that ever feels forced when they're all just fucking around and talking. So
Yeah. I mean,
it's
you know,
sweet.
they've
I wish
spent
there was more.
they spent like the better half of 25 years together outside of story. They better know each other pretty well.
Yeah, and it's been a while since they've all just been together, like together on the sea, Like they all didn't sail here together, right?
What do you mean? Oh
They
no, yeah,
all
they got to
arrived at
Wano
different
separately.
points and stuff.
Yeah, they got to
So
Wano separately.
this is the first time in a while that they've just been sailing together, like as a full crew, and with Jinbei on the ship too. So it's interesting to see how Jinbei fits into it. So that's pretty sweet.
That's very true. It's been a while since Jinbei was. Oh, well, it's been a while since they've been together on the Sunny, all 10 of them together.
At sea.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it is nice to see the Sunny kind of reacting to things too.
Yeah.
So shades of Mary.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and
forget
now
what they
onto
called the spirit of the ships. I'm gonna butcher it, but it was like something like the Klabaufrotten, something like that. It was some German word.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did it pass on though, or is it still within the
No,
ship?
every ship has its own individual spirit and soul. So that's why
Aww.
they couldn't just rebuild the Mary, because then it would just be an entire ship in general, a different ship
Also,
on its own.
Chopper looks so fucking adorable
Yeah, Chibi
when he
Chopper.
came out. When he came out, he's like, "Hey guys, what's all the fuss?" And then he instantly gets taken away by
Whoa.
the way.
Right.
Why did he make himself heavier? He could have got into his like regular form.
Maybe he ain't get the. Oh yeah, he doesn't need rumble balls to do that.
No,
There you
his
go.
like his man beast form, he could just go into that.
All right, so there's one theory that I feel like has been mentioned.
Oh shit.
All right, and this one is you take it take it as you will. So, people are theorizing that Sabo was not on the island. He was to
On Lulucia?
yeah, he was not on Lulucia. He was on a boat outside of Lulucia. So the
Oh,
theory is that if you look at the way the lighting affects the people in Lulucia compared to how it affects Sabo, it's coming. The light affecting Sabo is coming from a different angle.
whoa.
So if you look at Lulucia, the light is coming down on them, and if you look at Sabo, it's coming to the right of him. So it's flashing to the side of Wano. Not Wano, Sabo.
Mm. I think that's definitely possible. I mean, we technically don't see him.
Kind of hard to like.
We don't see
Yeah.
him on Lulucia. We don't see his like background.
Yeah.
Yes, they made it. So Oda made it purposely. It's like a purposeful
Ambiguous,
misdirection. They like starved as much information about what's going on behind Sabo as possible, and kept the panels really tight
Yeah.
on him, so that way you can't tell where he is, and so that people feel tension when this happens. So
Yeah, there was a lot of tension
Yeah.
when I was reading this.
also another thing I didn't think about is if Sabo was on that island, this transponder snail would not be receiving this, like the message at the end where he's like Sabo, Sabo.
That's true.
That transponder snail would be fucking dust.
Obliterated. Yeah. Huh. I mean, I would guess that Sabo would have survived it anyway, but that's a good observation, Brian. It's a good catch. Or the theory that you read it or whatever. It makes sense. For once, a One Piece theory that makes sense.
Also, there are people saying that Jewelry Bonnie being introduced to the Straw Hats here is now 100% an end game companion here, because Jewelry Bonnie is connected to some pretty interesting parts of One Piece history.
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
Jewelry Bonnie herself.
yeah, I did want to
Bonnie-
mention that. Actually,
Bonnie is a very connected individual to certain extents. So she can uncover a lot for the Straw Hats here.
yeah.
And it looks like, we traded out one of the Supernova companions for another one.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I miss Law, it's going to be interesting to see how Bonnie fits in with the crew.
Yeah. It seems like every
We had Law, Beige, Kid,
X-Drake.
X Drake.
Hawkins.
Hawkins was not an ally.
No, but they've been explored already. Hawkins, Music Man,
Yeah, Apu.
Apple.
Um,
He ain't that nigga no more. I don't like the way his character was fleshed
Obviously, the
out.
strongest of all, Uruj.
Uruj, obviously.
No, he's gonna be the end game.
I
He's
think.
the final boss.
Well,
Watch.
Uruj's power is apparently really strong. Like, he converts damage that he takes into strength. That's why he's always fucked up all the time.
Oh,
So that's his devil fruit, basically. Is that like he has to take damage in order to get stronger.
it's
You know
just
what
that
I didn't
Kaido
think
beat his
about?
ass too much.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
think
too much
about this,
damage.
but when Kaido went to like throw himself off the island, Uruj got what looked like he got his ass beat. Do you think Kaido just mollywopped him?
Yes. Yeah. I thought that was the obvious thing.
Anyway,
You think they even fought?
Yeah, I think they fought.
Did they fight?
Yeah, they
Or
probably
was
fought.
Uruj just already like on an adventure, and Kaido just happened to be up there about to throw himself off the fucking cloud?
No, I think they fought, but
Hmm.
I was never confirmed. Anyway, so yeah, interested to see how that goes. Now would I call this my RGC?
Come on, Brian.
World building.
I gotta go with my.
Uranus.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
All right.
What
I
did the
gotta go with
audience
my
say?
heart, I'm sorry.
Not One Piece.
Not One Piece.
Not One Piece.
You guys.
You guys. Vote on our Twitter at New Jump City. If you're tired of One Piece always losing in the polls for some reason, get on there. I get into Brian. If you're done, I'll get into my thoughts, if you will.
Please, Christian.
I mean, I'm not going to mirror a lot of what you guys said. I think we covered a lot in this kind of open conversation flowing thing. But I will say, on the note of Jewelry Bonnie, I also think she's going to be incredibly important for a multitude of reasons. One, she was actually there at the Reverie. So she's seen something too, probably. I wouldn't put it past him to do that.
She was at the Reverie. Was she a
Mhm.
slave?
No, she was disguised. She aged herself into an old lady.
Right.
I think to rescue Kuma specifically. So
Oh, that's her companion? Her friend?
she was from the same kingdom. They were royalty there, both of them.
Oh.
I think so. I think they come from the same kingdom and they're both royals there. Like Kuma was the king of her kingdom, and she seemed to be some kind of royal herself. Brian, if you could look up her specific title,
Bartholomew, he was the king of an island and then he became a pirate.
then he became a revolutionary specifically.
And then he became a pirate.
Yes, from what I understand.
Because he decided he didn't want to be a revolutionary anymore?
No, he seemed to be under deep cover for the revolutionaries as a warlord
Right.
for the government.
As a warlord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah, to the very end, he was like he was working for the revolutionaries.
Was Kuma a part of, was he a king of like a major kingdom?
I don't know.
What did you want to know?
I know that Jewelry Bonnie was royalty, but what was she? What was her like title? Was she like queen or princess or something? Because I know it was the Sorbet Kingdom, if I remember right.
Sorbet?
Yeah. But in any case, one thing, Jewelry Bonnie was a royal, and she seems to know Blackbeard pretty well. Blackbeard and her have history.
Yeah.
We know that she was there at the Reverie, so she could inform them on Sabo's whole deal, and we'll probably get a flashback as to what happened in the Reverie through her, which would be pretty sweet, and how she even ended up here. Because that's a long way from Marijois. Like, they're far. Marijois is like all the way back at the red line. So.
Oh, at the beginning point of the New World, right?
Mm-hmm. So that ought to be interesting.
It's crazy. I can't believe Fishman Island is right on the. No, but they're not right under Marijois. They're
not
just under the red line.
Yeah, they're under the red line.
But they're not far, right? Like it's not like so too far away.
Bonnie posed as a queen of Sorbet Kingdom, but
so she's technically not it.
Yeah, it doesn't say that she is, but there's a theory going out that she comes from a celestial dragon. Line,
I see.
So there's that.
I see. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, there's no telling what Bonnie's real age is, because her power is in aging. So it could be very well that old form was her real form.
Yeah.
It says here that her age is 24.
Well, then fuck me, huh?
Estimated.
All right.
But she could be whatever age she wants. So
that's what I'm saying, is that we don't know that for sure. But
Brian, they lied to you.
They lied to you.
Estimated age.
They lied. They fucking lied. But yeah, I thought the inclusion. I didn't expect Jewelry Bonnie to pop out of there. That was the last person I was thinking of outside of Urouge. It was Jewelry Bonnie and Urouge at the end. Yeah, they could really use the help from Urouge.
That must mean that Sabo's kind of close, right?
Huh?
That must mean that Sabo, like wherever that happened, must be close, right?
We don't know how she even got into this.
Not far. Well, no, it's not. Maybe it's an assumption that she got caught up in that eddy and that was an after effect of the tsunami. Maybe, I mean, of Lulolia.
Oh, maybe she was with Sabo and they got separated.
No way.
They got separated.
Sabo rides alone.
I mean, no,
he doesn't.
He has a whole team.
Yes, he does.
He pulled up with his crew.
Ever since he got the flame fruit, he rides alone.
No, they all went there. They all went there.
He went alone, and they followed.
No, he went with them to the Reverie.
Yes, he went alone. They came after the fact.
Okay.
You seen them together in the same space?
Yeah, actually.
I don't know where you're getting this from.
I guess they was. Yeah.
What are you doing
together, right? When they was digging up.
Why do you do
He
this?
was with them. Was he with them in the cave?
Yes.
Fuck.
One of them created the cave. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. One of them's a digger guy. And he's super OP, I guess. We'll find out.
Yeah. Anyway, those are all my thoughts, really. I'm very excited for the next chapter. This was my RGC. This is Josh's RGC. Brian's too good for One Piece, apparently, this week. So we'll just do the regular RGCs for this one.
The one that rejects all.
RGC. Certified RGC. Certified
Brian knows what that's a reference to.
What's
You don't
that?
gotta say nothing. He knows.
Yeah.